Hello, hi everyone. So welcome back to my channel and let's start with today's Leetcode challenge, that is separate black and white balls. So till now we have completed more than 6, I guess. And in case you have missed any, you can watch it on my YouTube channel. I have created a playlist for the same. So let's just quickly start with today's question. We have n balls on a table and each ball has a color black or white. And we are given a zero index binary string s of length n, where 1 and 0 represents black and white balls. In one step, we can choose two adjacent balls and swap them. Now we have to return the minimum number of steps to group all the black balls to the right and all the white balls to the left. Now if we can see the example, we have this 101, that is, first is black, then it is white, then it is black, and we have to move all the black to the right and all the white to the left, right? So in one swap, if we see, 0 1 can be swapped and 0 will be here, 1 will be here. After that, all are on the left white and all black on the right. So we have got our answer, and if you see, we have did only one swap. So now we will just move to the intuition building part. Yeah, so let's just start with the intuition building part. As we can see, we have this string, right, is 101. So we need, this is a white ball and this is a black ball. So we need all the white balls to the left. So how we can do? We can swap these as it is mentioned in the question. Okay, so these are the mentioning. 0 is white, 1 is black, and additional adjacent, basically, sorry, adjacent swapping we can do only. Adjacent swapping. Okay, now if you see directly, this one can be swapped with this and it will be finally 0 1 1. We got your answer, all the black balls on the right and white balls on the left. So in one swap we can do. Similarly here, if you see, 1 will be swapped with this and after that it will be 0 1 0. Similarly, 1 is here. Now we have to swap with the 0 to make it to the right end. So 0 0 1. Now if you see, two steps we have done, so the answer is 2. Similarly here, if you see, all are on the left white balls and all the black balls are on the right, so we don't need any swapping, the answer is 0. So if you see directly, that it is somewhere similar to the question that we did earlier, move zeros. Okay, in that question we are moving these zeros to the end while maintaining the order of the numbers. So similarly here, we have to do swap, basically move ones to the end, all the ones to the end, and so automatically zeros will be placed at the starting, right? So we will use a similar approach, and in this two approaches you can do, I will discuss both of them. So let's just have a small try run how we can build our approach. So if you see that we have this string 1, then 1, then 0, then 1 0 1, right? So okay, let's just take a smaller one. So this is right. Okay, now if you see, you have to move this 0 to this end and all the ones. Okay, we will take this another 0. This 0 will be moved to here and this 0 will be moved to here. How you can do it? First you try to like move this 0. First this will be swapped, right? After this it will become 1 0 1 0, right? Now in the second you can do only one operation, so you will swap this one. So first is this, second, if you see, let's just move all of them to this side, right? And this also to here. So we see this first here. Now if you see, you have to move this 0 to here, so you have moved this, it will be like this. Now what you have to do for this third, this 0 should be moved here. How you can move? First you will do this, so 0 1, again 0, again 1. Okay, now this 0 should have been here to make it all the like zeros at the start and ones at the end. So at the fourth step you have 0, then it will be moved here, 1 1. So you have got your answer in 4 steps. Now if you see how you can check while going through the string, if you can see the pattern, this is 1, this is 1, then you came across 0, and this 0 should be moved to here, right? So in how many steps it can move? The number of ones that they are on the behind it, right? So number of ones are 2. So if you see directly in 2 steps, this 0 that was here, it has moved to front. Similarly, if you see for this 0, how many ones are behind it? Because it will take automatically those number of places to swap. In additional swapping only, adjacent swapping, you can only move by 1 step. So it's just a extended version of move zeros. So for this 0, the number of ones are 2. So it will require 2 steps. Similarly, after 2, it has become your this. Okay. Sorry, not this, this one after 2 steps. Now if you just ignore this part and see this string, right? 110. You see 110. This 0 is after how many ones? These many ones. So if you want to move this 0 to the start, how many swapping do we require? The number of ones should be the number of swaps, because at the first, if you see this swapping, so it will be 101. Similarly, if you do, it is 011. So number of steps are 2. Let's just take another example. This is the common one that you can take out. Number of ones are 4 and number of 0 is only 1. Now if you see how many swaps, after how many swaps this will come to here at the starting. So one swap will be first, this one, additional swapping. This is how many steps you need to require to move to first position. So this is, you see how many steps he will require to move to start. Or let's just say this is the start for this. So if you want to reach the end, this is the end. How many steps you have to jump? Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So after 4 steps, you will move to the first part. So that is your answer, right? So if you see for every 0 that you encounter, the number of ones that are before it, you can see, right? So this is the first approach that you can use. You just have to count the number of ones, and whenever you get 0, you have to just add those steps to your answer to make it. So now if you take that example, just a small one, 1 0 1 1 0 1, right? So small triangle will be, now you see one count, okay, and there is your answer. Initially both are 0, so you come to here, okay, you have your 1, so you will update it to 1. Now you come to 0, that means this 0 should be placed before. So what is your answer? You should add number of ones that you have before should be added to your answer, or we can say steps here. So what is it? So you will update it with 1. Now if you see that for this string part, you only need 1 swap, right? Now again you come to this one, that means you have to update the count. So you will update the count to 2. You're not directly okay, so you're not making it to 0 again, because if this 0 needs to come to the start, this one should also be encountered for it, because once you do the swapping, it will be like this. Now this 0 should account for this one also. So we are not reducing the count, right? So when this 1 comes, you are updating the count of 1. So it is 2. Now again 1 comes, you're updating the count to this 3. Now again 0 comes. What is, you have to do these number of steps to make this 0 to come here, right? So 3 will be added. So 1 plus 3, that is 4. Again you are 1, so 1 is updated. Now you don't need, because there is no zero at the end, you just return your answer. So that is your approach. If you see the time complexity directly and space complexity, time complexity, since we are just iterating over the string that you have, so the time complexity directly will be big of n, not anything. And space complexity, since we are just using variables, it is big of 1, right? So this approach that we have used, it is one of method called counter, because we are using counter method. Okay, similar approach that we have done in move zeros. If you see, we have done a two pointer. Similarly, you can do it here. How you can do it, I will just explain, and we can do it via code directly also. So if you see 1 0 0 1 1 0, right? Let's just take two pointers. So you have this I here 0, j is here 0. Okay, now whenever you encounter 1, what you see, you don't have to do swapping now, because swapping only takes place when 0 and 1 are there. So what you will do, you will move I. Now you see I is at 0 and j is at 1. That means you have to do some swapping kind of thing. So whenever I comes to 0, because this 0 needs to come at the start, so that time only you just need to do swapping. So what you see now, this is swapped. How many swaps do, how many steps this 0 is covering, right? So you see one step, so your answer is currently 1. Now your string is this 0 and 1. Since the part is done for that j, so you will move j here, and ith part is also done, you will move I to here. Now again you see there is difference in both of them. Again you do the this part. So number of steps that we have done is 1, right? So now you see 0 is here, 1 is here. Since j has done his part, so j will be here, and 1 again 1 step. Now if you see, I is also at 1, j is also at 1. You don't have to do anything now until I and j are both not equal. So you will move I now. Again you will move this I, right? Now if you see I and j are different, you have to do swapping. And how many steps it will do? 1, 2, 3. So this is equal to that j minus I. That's what we are adding earlier also, because j was here, I was here. So j minus I was 1. Okay. Similarly, I 0 need to come to this position. So how many steps it will do? 3 steps. So what will add? We will add 3. We have our answer 4. And after this swapping, 0 will be here and 1 will be here. And we have got our answer. Right? So what are we adding directly to our answer? J minus I. It should not be the 1 that we are adding. We are adding j minus I. Because if you see, when 1 was here and 0 was here, it can only do adjacent swapping. And how many adjacent swapping that we require? 3. So what we are adding? J minus I. So this is also a direct approach. What you have to do, whenever I will encounter a 0, you just have to update your answer with j minus I. Okay, because at that time only you can do swapping. When I was at 1 and j was, if you see, like this 0 0 0 1 1 1, right? Let's just say I is here, j is here. You move I, you come to here. Do you need swapping? No. So I only need to do swapping when I was at 0, and it means that somewhere j was also stopped because it was at 1. So whenever you encounter a 0, you just need to do swapping, and what you will add? You will add j minus I to your answer. So I think we have done two approaches. So this method, how much time it will take? So the time complexity and space complexity. Time complexity again big of n, because we are just iterating over the string one time. And space complexity, again we are just using one variable, So big of 1. Okay, so I think we are good on the approaches part. Now we'll just do our coding to better understand the approach. Okay, so let's just start the coding part. Right, so what we'll do, we will store a length s dot length first. Right, now what we have to do, first we do two pointer approach that we recently discussed. So first we have our long steps, right, and one also thing that a j pointer. Now we will do for int I 0 less than a length I plus plus. What we have discussed, whenever the ith index it at 0, that means we have to do swapping. So what we have to do, we have to do increment of steps. So steps will be what we have discussed, I minus j, because I will be at the last at whatever position and j will be before. So I minus j will be added, and now j will be incremented since it has done its work, and I will be incremented with this loop only. So we don't need to do anything for that. And what we have to do, we forgot that we have to do swapping. So before moving j, we have to swap which value, I and j. So it will not like affect our answer. Let's just return the steps, right? So we are clear on this. We see we can just write a comment, whenever encounter a 0, right, we have to add this step. So we'll just try to run these on our example test cases. Right, is it working fine for them? Let's just try to submit it. Yes, so we have submitted it successfully. Now what we'll do, we will again try to do that approach of counter method, right? So let's just do the counter method. Okay, so in this counter method, what we have to do, we will count for 1 while going through this string. So whenever 1 will come, we will count, and whenever we encounter a 0, that means we have to build our answer. So what we'll take, we will take our 1 steps that will store our answer, and similarly 1 count that will store our number of ones. So what we'll do, we will go for I0 till length, and now if this s of I is equal to 1, that means what we have to do, we have to update our count. So 1 count will be updated. If it is not, then it will be 0, and we have to add this into our steps, right? Now when you come out of this, we just have to return the number of steps. So we'll just try to run it. Yes, it is working on example test cases. Let's just try to submit it. Yes, so we have solved this question. Thanks everyone for watching. In case you do like this video, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so that we can solve together. And in case you have missed any challenge, you can watch it on my YouTube channel on my playlist, Leetcode Daily Challenge. And yes, thanks everyone.